Howdy folks, thank you for tuning in. As always, if it's the first time watching our channel or you're a regular viewer, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So I was looking around at a few other reviews today for binoculars and monoculars, and something cropped up, and somebody in the comments to one reviewer said, well, I'm words to the effect of, I'm fed up of these reviews where they get a pair of binoculars like this and they stick them on a table and they talk about them. Hang on, that's what I do. And so what a lot do is they get a smartphone adapter. This is the visionary one, it's available through our website. They connect it to the eyepiece like that, and then this is not a smartphone, but we'll pretend that it is. The smartphone goes on the adapter, and then it all lines up with the eyepiece, and they start the recording and they show you what the view is like through the eyepiece. It's not quite that simple, right? So the last review that I looked at, the guy, he got the smartphone and connected it to, well, he didn't, he just held it up to the eyepiece, and you can do that quite easily with pretty much any smartphone. Just hold it up like that and start recording, and straight away I knew that this was an ED optic, and I know that it is a very, very sharp image because it's something that I've sold a lot of, and straight away I could see very, very low contrast and an absolute ton of chromatic aberration. There was purple colour fringing galore, and straight away he said, this is not the view that you get through the eyepiece. The view for the eyepiece is much better, and that is why I do not stick a smartphone again. Still take these outside, stick a smartphone on and start recording. Reason being, as it is now, you look through that with the naked eye, that is what you see. But then you introduce a smartphone camera, and or whatever device you're using like this, just a normal phone, and all of a sudden the image is degraded because it's going through more light. And how do you know? This is the cheapest chips little phone here, like, so it's not a very good camera. Some cameras are very good, and then you're relying on the recording quality of the smartphone, and then on top of that sometimes you see reviews of another camera looking through a smartphone, looking through the binoculars or monocular or spotting scope, etc., and the end result is nothing like what you see through the eyepiece. And when you think about it, let's say for the sake of argument, your eyepiece magnification, the human eye, sorry, magnification is 1. Okay, and so let's say that smartphone is maybe on 1.2 or 0.7 in order to get that image correct on the screen. So straight away you might be looking at something at a pair of 10 by 50 binoculars, but on the screen on the smartphone it might be a 12 magnification, or it might be 6 or 7 magnification. How do you know it is exactly the same magnification as the eye? And the same as when you open up the glossy magazines. How many of them on the monthly review do they show the view through a smartphone? They start talking about, like I do, chromatic aberration, contrast, handling. Sticking a smartphone on these binoculars won't tell you how they balance in the hands. You know, for that you're welcome to pop along to our optics weekends. But I hope that helps explain why, although believe me, smartphones have their place. You can get some fantastic photographs, and unlike the live images that you see on some YouTube reviews, you can edit afterwards. And also a fantastic use for a smartphone or device is if you're, for example, in a bird hide and there's a couple of you that want to look at the same bird out there on the reserve, you can then both look at it through the screen, and that's when smartphones come into their own. But I personally, for all the reasons I've said, all the degrading of image quality, it's not the same as with your eye. So many of these reviews I see, it all is going well until they stick a smartphone on it, on the binoculars or monocular, and straight away I think that is nothing like the view that you get with the eyes. So I hope that helps and clears that up. Thank you very much for watching, and please check out the link in the description below.